Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very interesting video and I'm going to talk about value proposition and why everybody is getting it wrong. Your value proposition is not what you think. It's not a catchy tagline. It's not a list of benefits or it's not about you. It's not about your company. It's not about your product. And if you have been using generic phrases like we can help you reduce cost, time, money, productivity, you have already lost. Your customers have stopped listening to you before you even uttered those words. Do you know why? Because our brains are wired in such a way that we shut off the moment it's predictable. Our brains ignore predictable information. If something sounds like every other sales pitch, then you have already lost it. The customers have already turned it off. Your brain tunes it off automatically. Think about it. How often do you pay attention to a AI powered marketing automation or AI centered or AI driven or something like that? Because the moment it becomes predictable, your brain automatically turns off. You know why? Because you have seen it 100 times. Let's call this the frequency illusion, right? Because when you hear the same word again and again, your brain kind of filters it and like a background noise, if you right. So how do you break it though? It's very simple if you think about it logically. You have to surprise people. Our brains are lazy, right? And this is not a new. They look for shortcuts. Something sounds familiar. Our brain tries to complete it automatically. The brain predicts the rest of the message and stops paying attention. Your brain will actually fill the gap, right? And that's exactly what happens when your value proposition sounds like everything else. Your audience predicts the next word before you even say it. The moment something unpredictable happens, your brain snaps to attention. Can we call this the expectation violation? It forces the brain to stop and reprocess information. That is why your value proposition has to be different, but you already knew it. If it sounds like every other product in the category, then it's useless. Now let me give you an example. If you just Googled marketing automation software, you would find hundreds of AI driven marketing automation or AI centered marketing automation or something that has to do with the AI. Could you even tell who is it for? Because it's noise. It doesn't say anything new. The goal is to make your audience brain re-engage in the conversation. Now let's get tactical. Let's talk about a framework that can really help you surprise your customers, surprise your audience, and create a value proposition that's more compelling than the rest. And for the simplicity, I'm going to simply call it the WIN framework. And it starts with what do they have, what do they need, right? And W stands for what they want, and I stands for immediate relief, and N stands for non-obvious differentiator. Have you ever noticed that nobody wakes up with I want an AI driven marketing automation, right? What they really think is how do I get more leads? What really keeps them awake is how do I get more leads? How do I get more deals? How do I close more? How do I get more revenue? So all this we provide AI driven insights and AI powered all that is useless. But what could really mean sense is that see how you can generate hundreds of leads. So what could really make a difference is something like get leads even before they know they want your product. It's very similar to the Apple messaging where nobody knew that they need iPod or most of them were just happy with the Walkman and all that, and then the company was able to figure out even before the customers knew what they want. So what really makes a difference is if you can say see what your customers want even before they know it, right? Or let me give you another example. If your value proposition isn't grabbing attention, then you're definitely losing money. It has to instantly solve a pain. If your value proposition doesn't solve an instant pain, people have already turned off. So let me give you another example. Optimize your workflow and improve efficiency is boring, right? Instead, if you can say that cut follow-up time by 30% from 3 hours to 20 minutes, That's something that people are interested. The other aspect of creating a value proposition is having a very compelling offer. If your offer is weak, then it's very difficult to retain attention. All this all these call to actions that you see, that sign up for a free trial, get a demo, all this is a very weak offer, if you will. So if you can say that, get unlimited usage for 30 days and get one-on-one free consulting on your marketing strategy, I think it makes more sense, because your offer is more compelling, it's more strong. And that's what people talk about, that your offer needs to be 100 million offer. You might have seen that in the online and different videos. And it's a very powerful concept, I think, because what you are really doing is strengthening your offer. So this is what I want you to do: rewrite your value proposition with win framework, right? Focus on what your customers need, focus on their immediate pain relief, and start with a non-obvious differentiator. Catch them surprised. Don't it shouldn't be predictable. Add an irresistible offer, right? And I would love to hear how this went for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.